look, in my defense, hang on, I'll think of something. Yes, I accidentally lit the contents of several fireworks on my own bed. I was 12 years old and I was a very nerdy, bookish child. I had been bullied my entire life. And all of a sudden, there was a boy paying attention to me. He wasn't mean to me at all, and I would have done anything to impress him. I know almost nothing about boys, but I know that they like dangerous stuff and lighting things on fire. So I go to this guy, hey, I've got a bunch of fireworks. There you go. There's my defense. Who gave a 12-year-old fireworks? This is their fault. So this boy looks at my little pile of fireworks and says, you know what would be cool? If we took all the powder from all these fireworks and made one gigantic firework. And I said, amazing. I was a gifted kid. I should have known better. But at this point, boy was overriding all of my higher brain functions. My mom and I are living in a one-room apartment. We do not have a table to work on, so there's my bed. I went and grabbed the lid from a giant plastic tote to give us a surface to work on, and we got down to it. By the time we emptied out most of the bigger fireworks, we had a pretty decent-sized pile of powder, but we could do better. I had a ton of these little things that were like basically annoying noisemakers. It's a little packet of powder, and there's two strings coming out of each end, and you grab the strings and you pull, and it makes a little snap and a little flash. You know, kid stuff. So getting the powder out of these was a matter of tearing open the packet and just kind of gently brushing the powder off of the string. Again, I was a smart kid. I should have known better, but boy. So as I've got this string very gently pinched between my fingers, I squeeze it a little too hard when I brush, and I make a spark. I go, ow, and drop the string right into the pile of powder. Immediately, a 2-foot-tall shower of sparks erupts on top of a plastic tote lid on top of my bed. Now, again, this was a one-room apartment, so my bed was just kind of wedged into a closet. The shower of sparks was blocking my exit from the closet. I am pressed against the back of the closet, screaming at the boy, get some water, get some water. He was completely useless. He just stood there staring while the thing burned itself out. Thankfully, nothing else caught fire, but a big chunk of that plastic lid melted onto my blanket. So we opened every window in the apartment to air the place out. I flipped my blanket over and I threw the lid in the dumpster. My mom never knew. Unfortunately, the way I approach projects today is pretty much unchanged. The plans are poorly thought out, the setup is slapdash, and I'm constantly forgetting steps and ignoring safety guidelines because my mind is on something else. So yeah, my crafting and DIY videos shouldn't be interpreted as tutorials. At best, they are entertainment. At worst, they are warnings. Anyway, stay tuned next week when I fix the brakes on my car.